In the waning weeks of 2007, Lehman Brothers stood as a seemingly immovable titan of global finance. 19 billion in revenue, per billion in profit, 28,500 elite professionals. To any outside observer, its balance sheet was a fortress. Yet, within 9 months, this pillar of Wall Street wasn't struggling. It was obliterated. Its stock price crashed from $62 to zero. This vanishing act remains one of the most profound dislocations in economic history. A stark reminder that finance is never just cold numbers. It is the volatile intersection of arithmetic and the rawest human emotion. Here are 5 counterintuitive lessons on how fear and greed bypass our best laid defenses. 1. The seductive and lethal comfort of scale. We believe that an institution with 282 billion in assets has a gravity too strong to fail. But Lehman proved that scale is an illusion when leverage is mismanaged. At the end of 2007, would anyone have forecast that a company like this could be gone 9 months later? Gone. I mean, just obliterated. When exposure outweighs capital, size isn't a buffer. It just ensures the entire global economy feels the crash. 2. The volatility trap. High leverage isn't irrational until volatility spikes. Before 2008, housing prices moved smoothly, rising 5 to 10% a year. That calm masked the extreme risk. Imagine a $500,000 home. With 20% down, a 10% dip hurts, but you survive. But with 5% down, that same dip doesn't just hurt. It wipes you out. The bank doesn't share the loss. You absorb it all. When banks leverage at 16 to 1, a minor tremor burns through their entire capital base in seconds. 3. Jingle mail and the logic of burning money. Thousands of homeowners put their keys in the door and walked away. This wasn't a failure of character. It was a rational response. When teaser rates expired, payments tripled, and the home went underwater, staying became mathematically equivalent to burning your own income. So do you do that? Or do you put the key in the front door, move out, and say, "Bank, it's all yours. I'm moving on"? For many, a 7-year credit hit was a fair trade to escape a sinking asset. For the invisible giant, everyone watches the stock market, the oranges, but the bond market is a vast sea of apples, and it truly dictates the health of the economy. By late 2006, mortgage-related securities alone hit $6.4 trillion. When that giant began to freeze, treasuries were safe. But the federal agencies, Fannie and Freddie, they required a massive intervention to stop a total global credit freeze. You can ignore the bond market, but it will never ignore you. 5. The hungry and cheap advantage. Crisis is a ruthless filter for talent. When markets work perfectly, firms need clerks to manage the flow. But when the system breaks, they need thinkers. Here's the paradox. A crisis is the best time for newcomers to enter. The senior managing directors are too expensive to keep. But entry-level talent? They're hungry, smart, and cheap. If you can navigate the wreckage, a crisis isn't a barrier. It's the ultimate career catalyst. Conclusion. Financial tools like leverage and derivatives are designed to help on the upside, but they catastrophically amplify the downside the moment we forget that prices can actually fall. We study finance to build a framework that overrides our primitive drivers. Without it, we are left to the mercy of fear and greed. Bubbles are fueled by that human cycle. The question is a disciplined intellectual framework enough to save us from the next obliteration?